Good morning, tribe. Hope you're having an amazing and fascinating day. I know I am. So first up, don't park here. It's on Overlander, but don't park here. I got the knock for the very first time ever from a code compliance officer for the city of Winslow. And yeah, I mean, there's houses right across the street. So really, people, don't do it. Now that we got that out of the way, speaking of Winslow, where are we going today? Well, we're going to be standing on a corner. Of course we are. It is Wednesday? Thursday? What day is today? Hang on, let's figure this part out. Thursday, April the 30th. See, this is what happens when it seems like you're permanently on vacation, right? Thursday, April the 30th. We are just outside of Winslow, Arizona. So we're going to go stand on the corner. We got a bunch of other really cool stuff today. And I think we're probably going to do the Petrified forest. Depends on how long it takes me to get through Winslow and Holbrook. So we'll see what happens. I'm finding it kind of amusing that the Easy Guide to Route 66 recommends spending 2 weeks to be able to see most of it. And I've spent like 2 weeks in Arizona. Because basically I started this on April 16th on Route 66. And I'm still in Arizona. So there you go. Alright, we just have a couple of miles to go. We're going to get parked up in Winslow, Arizona. And then we'll see what we can see. Maybe we can see us standing on the corner. What do you think?
Wake up with the sun in our eyes. Sally forth, no need for goodbyes. Journey calls, let's roll the dice. Every mile a new surprise.
We're coming into the outskirts of Winslow. And of course, just before I turned the camera on, I saw some really old looking buildings. So that was cool, built into the little rock ledge there. And this is the historic 66 alignment that we're on. So some of this stuff is stuff that, you know, the people on Route 66 would have been seeing. Like here's Jay's garage over here on the right. That looks like it probably dates from the 40s, I'm guessing, maybe 50s. The Ten Motel.
In half a mile, turn left onto North Kinsley Avenue.
Which is still in business and there are people there. Slowing down a lot because I'm looking at, as I'm approaching, will I be able to find parking? And we're still about 4 blocks away, so I don't want to park this far back if I don't have to. I might be able to park on the street, maybe. Yeah, alright. So I think we're going to do this.
Turn left onto North Kinsley Avenue. Then your destination will be on the left.
Okay. Well, look at these murals. How cool is that? We are in Winslow, Arizona, but we're walking away from the famous corner. Oh, I thought this was a sign for a historical marker, but no, it's parking for Mary's Little Lambs only. Violators will be towed. Good to know. But I'll show you this over here. We're actually walking away from the corner at the moment. Come, come. Come, come. Check out this Texaco station. Uh-oh, that's animal control. Kit, that's animal control right there. You don't want to meet them. You don't want to meet them. So check out the Texaco, which has an open door. It must be an art gallery now. Let's go see what we can find out. Got the cool old Bronco. Is that the 70s, I think? Not quite sure.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, we got some stuff to show up here. Guy's on the phone. I don't want to bother him. Let's check out the artwork. Look at that. It's a Ford, my lord. Cool looking old church down here. Now we're walking down this way away from the corner because there is supposed to be art cars sponsored by HGTV, and I didn't notice them. Oh, I wonder if I have to go back a block further. I think I have to go back a block off this way. Maybe. We're going to go down one more block. Nope, we're going to go down this way for a block and see what we can see. We can see the railroad. How about that? Oh, look at that cool old caboose right there. Oh, looks like there's 3 of them in a row. And you can walk up and see them. Okay. I guess we'll do that. So don't just assume when you come to a small town especially that the thing that you've heard about that there is to do is the only thing there is to do. Okay. Now I see the art cars. Let's cross the road, Kit. It's the Atchison, Topeka and the Santa Fe Railroad. Do not climb on railroad cars. In late 1880, the Atlantic and Pacific Railroad laid out a new town site near Clear Creek to supply water for the steam engines. The first rail line arrived in the new town of Winslow, named for a railroad executive, in December 1881. The Atchison, Topeka and the Santa Fe Railroad bought the A&P in 1897 and transferred its Albuquerque division headquarters from Gallup to Winslow. In 1995, the Santa Fe's merger with the Burlington Northern created the Burlington Northern and Santa Fe Railroad. Winslow continued to serve as division headquarters until they were moved to Belen, New Mexico in 2001. Renamed BNSF in 2005 rather, and purchased by Berkshire Hathaway in 2010. All right, Kit, come.
Come on, just walk. It's okay, just walk.
Good job. Good job. Okay, so here we have some Burma shave type signs coming up. Let's get a good look at the cab of the Santa Fe. Now, isn't it the Santa Fe that used to have the Cheshire Cat symbol? I think that's right. Here we go. The Anasazi settled down in Pueblo Homes. outside of town. Sorry, Kit just stopped me. And then we're going to come back up along the street here. But I see this totem pole down here. See, I didn't know the railroad stuff was here. I didn't know about the Burma shave signs. Didn't know about the totem pole. None of that stuff has made it into anything that I've read about Winslow, Arizona. So as you know, I like to take you to see what is less often seen. Like, look at this cool plant. Some kind of yucca, I guess. Pretty cool. And let's check out the totem pole, which has a great big sign. Toth Whispering Giant. In 1972, Peter Toth, a Hungarian-born artist, began carving his trail of whispering giants across the United States. He said, "I love America. It's the greatest nation in the world, and I want to give a little of myself to my adopted country." Starting in La Jolla, California, Toth decided to carve one statue for each state, with Arizona as number 33. In the fall of 1979, the city of Winslow and Kaibab Industries began searching for a tree that was at least 55 inches in diameter and about 30 feet tall. A suitable tree was found and estimated to be valued at $3,000. Toth preferred to work with wood, believing that the rustic texture exemplified the strong character of the native people he was memorializing. The massive 30,000-pound log was carved in place and required about 100 coats of preservative. Looks like it needs a few more at this point. Statue was set on a pedestal on November 10th, 1979, in the Hospitality Golf Park, City Farm, on top of a 20-foot hill. It remained there for over 20 years before it was moved to the new First Street Park in 2005. The collection of whispering giants was completed in 1988. Toth has since moved on to carve statues all over the world, representing various indigenous people. Look at that. Visit the Old Trails Museum to discover more of Winslow's rich history.
That's an awful cute little feller you got there.
All right, I thought we were done, but I see more Burma shave type signs, so let's just see what these say. And then we're going to turn around and check out the thing that we came here to check out. Nice park they've put together here. The Colorado meanders past, but later on, it rushes fast. All right, look way down there at that pile of red dirt. I'm tempted to walk down there, but we have a lot of walking to do today coming up, and we're already fairly far away from where we parked and fairly far away from the corner we came to see. There goes the train. If you're new here, you may not be aware, I actually worked on the railroad for about 25 years. Not on freight, but primarily passenger rail transit. And primarily, we did systems integration. I owned an engineering consulting firm for about 25 years. So that was pretty fun. And so now we're going to go see the thing we came here to see, which this RV is almost parked in front of, but we'll get a good enough view. So these are cars that I guess are sponsored by HGTV, designed to be an art installation. Oh good, there's a sign so we can read the sign. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Got a VW Bug. Winslow, established 1880. Let's go see what the sign says. The Winslow Arts Council had an idea to create stationary art using non-drivable classic cars around the town. In 2022, HGTV aired the first season of Hometown Kickstart. As part of the show, HGTV's Unsellable Houses partnered with the city of Winslow to create an art car, remodel the house of a local football coach, and update a beloved business. Winslow Arts Council used a 1956 Ford Custom line and hand-painted it with traditional Hopi pottery designs. All right. Very cool. So probably the first thing that I'm showing you, probably the last thing I'm going to show you is the first thing, and in many cases the only thing many people come here to see, which is not this Chevy Nova. It's very cool though, isn't it? Super cool. So this is the corner, guys. And we're going to go visit Standing on the Corner Park. Just because we can. Here, you get Kid over here. Everybody else is visiting Standing on the Corner Park. It's a cool mural. It's a flatbed Ford. Check out the flatbed Ford. I think I'm going to have to add a sticker to it. What do you think, guys? Yep, I think I will. Let's do that. All right, guys, so here's the flatbed Ford. And here's the sticker. You know the drill. If you find yourself in Winslow, Arizona, come take a picture, let me know, and I'll send you a sticker. How about that? All right, I think we got to get our obligatory selfie.
I think I got it. I'll double check.
Standing on the corner. I appreciate it. All right, so I did just get my new friend Sue to take a couple of selfies. Well, not selfies because I didn't do it. A couple of pics with Kit and me. Checking out the mural on the building here. That's very, very cool. And I think we might be almost done with Standing on the Corner. We're going to just walk down here because I see a Ford bench. So this is Standing on the Corner Park, dedicated September 11th, 1999. The song, of course, by the Eagles is from the 1970s. So it is Route 66 centric, but it's also just kitschy downtown old stuff. All right, here are the Eagle wings. Let's see if we can pull this one off. All right, so let's get the full overview here. That's the Standing on the Corner Park, the iconic Route 66 sign painted in the street. And I think our work here is done at Standing on the Corner. We're going to head on back to Henry here, past this Chevy Nova. And see what our next stop is. I do want to check out the La Posada Hotel, assuming I can get parking there, and that might be where we stop and make breakfast. We'll see. So we've been hanging around in Winslow for about an hour and a half, I think. Our next stop is going to be for the La Posada Hotel, which is not very far down here. Well, I saw this trailer from where I was parked, and it's got a Harley sticker on it, so I guess it's a Harley trailer. I'm parked down there, and I wonder if we can just, can we get in up this way, or do we have to go walk all the way down. Why would those people stand right in front of where the dogs are barking and carrying on? Look at the old buildings over there. Is this going to be an entrance for us? Maybe, maybe, maybe. So the thing with the La Posada Hotel, which I wasn't aware of until we got here. Nope, we got to walk all the way back down the other way. So you know what? I'm going to wait until we get in. Tell you what I know, and then we'll see it. We'll learn what we can about it from enjoying this experience. So that's kind of my mantra for this Route 66 expedition. See it, experience it, and learn from it. Let me know what you think about that, guys. That's a pretty cool looking rig. Oh, it unhinges from the front? No. Does that flip over backwards? I mean, that definitely drops down as a tailgate because you can see the bumpers up at the top. Yeah, I don't know, kind of weird. All right, let me get in here and we'll see what we're going to see. Mary Colter's masterpiece. La Posada was one of the last great railroad hotels and known as one of the fanciest on Route 66. So this was a Harvey House hotel, and they were sprinkled all over the place because back in the day, trains did not have club cars, snacks, food, any of that kind of stuff. That all came later. So instead, Fred Harvey, I think is his name, became a hotel magnate, setting stuff up, setting up hotels and infrastructure, gift shops, you know, sundries, all of those things, so that people riding on trains would have the ability to have a place to stay and be comfortable. And because train travel originally was not comfort or luxury at all. So this was a way to be able to get a respite. And there have been a number of Harvey House hotels that I have tried to go to and not been successful. I've just never been able to get it in. Now, is this actually still an Amtrak station? Train stops here, board at this location. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right. Who'd have thunk it? Okay, go around. Go around. Thank you. So this is a certified wildlife habitat. One of my friends had been working on getting her property certified as one. Kilopaz Prevalexa on La Tierra. No idea what that means. But you can see the beautiful gardens. You can smell the beautiful gardens, guys. The aroma is pretty awesome. And look, we've got burro, javelinas, a waterway. All right, this is pretty spectacular. Let's go take a look.
So much to see.
Uh-huh. Oh, there still are It's still a hotel.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Cool. Oh, are you staying?
We did.
And what'd you think?
That was beautiful.
It's awesome. It's something else. It's so artsy and yeah, they have a little museum, they have a restaurant. You get on the Amtrak from here.
Yeah, I just saw that. That was interesting.
The rooms are decorated to the hilt with just very eclectic.
So where y'all from?
Missouri,
What part?
St. Louis.
Oh, I'm heading there.
Are you on?
Yeah, because I'm doing Route 66 for the 100th anniversary.
Oh, we're doing that too. We're going the
the other
opposite
way.
way.
You're going the other way.
You're going one way, we're going the other.
And I'm sorry, I am recording for YouTube. Are you okay if you're on?
Yes, so, yeah.
Okay, cool. So enjoy your journeys.
Thank you.
I'll be going the opposite way. I'll see your hometown in a month and a half or so by the time I get there, I think.
Okay, we'll have safe travel.
Thank you. You as well. And thank you for the chat. Good luck, Mom. I mean, good job.
Good job. That was a good, quick response.
Now, I'm going to ask, can he say hello?
He looks like he can. Let's see.
You want to make friends?
He likes little dogs. He's not always sure about a big dog.
Well, and he likes big dogs.
That's good. They would
And he's not always sure about little dogs.
like to play.
Yeah, now he wants to get chased. Have a good day. So they got a bookstore. I wonder if I can get my sticker here. Come on, kid. Come. Okay, well, once again, this is not what I was expecting. So keep your expectations fluid because you never know what you're going to get, right? And Kit, you're not shopping today, okay? Nope, no shopping. Just looking. Just looking. Wow. Look at the cool dishes and rugs.
It doesn't matter. Bob and Debbie, when I wrote to Debbie,
So we probably could have come here to eat, but we ate at home. All right, I want to see the Absolute poster. Absolute Carrie, that's cute. I don't think that's original. So there's art all over the place. Oh, there's a museum. All right. Well, I thought this was going to be, let's have a quick look and move on, but perhaps not. I am now completely turned around. I have no idea where we came in. But look at all the, I imagine this is original mission-style furniture, which I've always really liked. Oh, documentary room.
Which has not yet been removed. But this summer we were able to acquire the original doors from this arch. These were in the garden shed in Scottsdale, and they had been outside for about 40 years. They were going to tear the shed down.
Okay, so here's what I'm learning from this experience. Never judge a book by its cover. That's thing number one. Look at this staircase, guys. And I would say if you're a hotel person, you might want to consider staying here for a night, because I imagine you could spend quite a bit of time wandering around and immersing yourself and experiencing bygone days. We're going to try and retrace our steps, but take a look at this courtyard garden out here first. How cool is that? And there's a couple of people out there relaxing, working on computers and whatever, we're going to try and retrace our steps to find the exit to Amtrak, which I think is down this way. No, this is the Tina Meehan documentary room. So they've got all these little documentary rooms spread around with a video playing. I mean, really, you could spend hours here. We're not going to this time. For one thing, you always want to leave something to come back to. And for another, we have a lot of stuff to see yet today. That was a heavy door. No dogs allowed in that area. So, is this where you board the train? And I imagine they keep the gate locked until there's an actual train coming. Winslow Station. Hi. And see, this is exactly what I meant about spending some time here, just like these gentlemen are doing, and enjoying what the experience is actually like. Pretty cool. The freight trains are less cool, but you know, they're cool in their own way too. That was quite a nice conversation with those gentlemen. They are taking trains. So they came here from Denver on the train. They got in last night and their train out leaves at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. We're gonna go walk down there and take a look. Come on, Kit. Look at the detail in the wall straight over there. Very cool. And we've got all these covered porches with seating areas. Come on, Kit. I didn't want to walk into the rented room areas because I thought that would be really rude. But those gentlemen said that each one has the name of a famous person. No idea whether or not that particular famous person stayed in that room, but it's, you know, kind of a nice touch. And I also learned that the La Castaneda Hotel in Las Vegas, New Mexico is also a Harvey House hotel, and we have been in there. I'll try and remember to put a link to that video. So Las Vegas, New Mexico first became noticeable to me because it is the scene of the Absaroka County, Wyoming Sheriff's Office for the TV series Longmire, which I had quite enjoyed. So we're just kind of walking through these gardens. I think we're in a maintenance area now. But I saw this gate over here and wanted to get a closer look at it. See that? Pretty cool. What happened to Kit? Oh, that's what happened to Kit. Bear with me, I need to take care of that. So conveniently, this is a pet area. And we're going to kind of cut across here, give you another view of the hotel. Come on, Kit. And I think we'll be heading out of here before long. Oops, got to spin around. That looks like it was probably originally a stable, I'm guessing. What a lovely visit here. Whoops. Well, I'm not sure we're going to make it to the Petrified Forest today, guys, because it's already 12 o'clock. And we still have things to see. They've got pet waste pickups all over the place. That's good. I already feel like I've done a fair amount of walking today. Actually, I guess I have. I looked. We already had about 2 miles in, so. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, so now we're coming back through this garden that we looked at on our way in. And let's see if it says anything in English or not. May peace prevail on earth. Okay. And there's steps to get down below where we saw the javelina. The aroma is just amazing. Too bad we don't have smell-o-vision, huh? And we're going to go ahead and go through this one. Just so we can show you this entrance with the tile work. This is laid out kind of like an English garden. It says it's the pollinator garden. And we're going to continue around this way. And I think this will complete our time looking at the back entrance at La Posada. So what do you think, guys? Would you consider staying here? EV charging, just in case. Here's the grand entryway. I'm going to stand back and get another picture of it. But would you consider staying here? Would you at least come and walk through? I think it is absolutely worth the effort to do that. And the several people that I talked to that did stay here said it was absolutely worth it. Look at the rocks. It's cobblestones. And there's your grand entrance. We certainly enjoyed our time here at the La Posada Hotel.
Continue for 1 mile.
We started by making breakfast before we got out, which was also delicious. They do have a hotel. The hotel has a restaurant that you could have eaten in. I could have eaten in, but I chose not to. For one thing, because I had made a bunch of food that needs to be eaten, and I'm really trying very hard not to waste food. So I cooked up a big batch of lima beans a couple of days ago, and I bought a package of 2 different kinds of sausages, chicken sausage from Sam's Club. One kind is Fontina cheese and mushroom, and the other is 2 or 3 kinds of blueberries and cranberries, which I think I'm going to use for breakfast sausage. So I repackaged all of those this morning, and I sliced up one of the mushroom fontina sausage and combined that with some marinated olives and the lima beans, and boy was that yummy for breakfast. High protein, high fiber, really filling, tasted really good, so on and so forth. So we're going to be saying goodbye to Winslow, Arizona here in just a moment. And our our next stop is only going to be in about 15 miles. We're going to go stop at the Jackrabbit Trading Post. Nice park down here. Oh, that's the 911 memorial. Those two pieces of metal sticking up are apparently from the World Trade Center. Okay. Oops. It wants me to get on I-40 here. Honolulu State Park will be straight ahead. But I think we're going to go ahead and jump on I-40 for a little while. There's the Welcome to Winslow sign on this end of town. Alright, here comes the freeway. See you on the other end of it. Well, not on the other end, but when we get off. How about that? Jackrabbit, Native Arts and Crafts Ice Cold Beer. So we're still 1.6 miles from the exit. But kind of like Wall Drug, they start putting signs up way in advance. And eventually you get to the Jackrabbit Trading Post. During the heyday of Route 66, it was very popular. And then it completely closed up, and I think it's only been about the last 5 years or so that it's been back in business. So we're going to stop in and take a look and relive that little bit of nostalgia. Another beautiful day. It's up to 72 degrees outside. Yay! Signs. So many of the trading posts advertised the Minnetonka moccasins. Here it is. See the sign way over there? I've really always thought it should say here it is, since it's Jackrabbit Road. But I think it's here it is, because after seeing all the signs, you finally have arrived. And if you look here at this gas station across from us, that one's actually pretty modern. That looks 70s-ish to me. And I wonder what the log building over here to our right is left over from. Alright, we're going to stop in and take a look. It's an official Route 66 attraction. Here is the Jackrabbit. And it opened in 1949. They placed mileage signs along the way, and the Here It Is sign was designed to get people to stop and find out what it was all about. So here it is. So let's go see what we can find out. Let's see what the story is. Hop on in. That's kind of cool.
Hello.
Hi, you okay if I film?
Yeah.
Cool.
What's your sweetie's name?
Kit, but he doesn't like people.
Oh, that's okay.
He's actually, it's not that he doesn't like them, he's afraid of them because he was abused.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
Aw.
But he's doing his...
Good. Hi.
Stop. Don't yell at people.
Right?
Kit, do not yell at people. Nope.
Well, hello to you too.
So, started in 1949, but you haven't been here that long.
I've not. I've been here. Well, I was raised here. So my
Okay.
grandparents had the store in '61. My parents in '69, and Tony and I took over in '90 and bought in '95.
Cool.
Yes,
Very cool.
It's been our family all but 12 of our 77 years.
Wow. Wow.
We've had it a little bit.
Now, it was It was closed for a period of time though, right?
Just during the COVID time.
Oh, okay. I thought earlier
No,
for some
my dad
reason.
at one time had the floor and the ceilings redone, but he said he was closed, but he still let people come in.
Ah.
He was working around people, so it wasn't like he was full out closed. He was just semi-closed, but not completely closed.
Cool.
We were completely closed for 47 days during COVID, but we still let people come in if they wanted to come in. So.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, what's your name?
I'm Cindy. My
Cin-
husband is Tony.
Hi, Tony. Say hi to you.
My brother-in-law's got a surgery, so I'm texting him right now. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. Say hi to YouTube.
Yes, hi YouTube. How are you doing?
They're doing great. They're doing great. So yeah, I definitely wanted to stop by. This is the kind of thing, honestly, that I was never allowed to stop at.
We hear that a lot.
And both even as a kid, and
Right.
I never came west as a kid, but my ex had a mantra.
Oh,
And his mantra was, there is no stopping, only driving, driving till arriving,
Wow.
then stopping, no driving.
right.
My mantra is, oh, look at that cool thing, let's
We're
go
gonna
stop.
We're going to check it out. You never know what's out there waiting.
That's
for you.
right. And so we stop all the time.
Well, good. Well, we appreciate
And look
that.
and look at things. So I'm glad to see it here.
Well, thank you.
We did the iconic selfie with the.
You gotta do that.
You gotta do it. You gotta do
Mr.
it.
Rabbits, he's the oldest of the three.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 41 this year.
Wow. Wow.
Mr. Rabbit,
Mr. Rabbit.
that's what I call him.
How do you know it's not Mrs. Rabbit?
I don't
Have
know.
you looked?
No, which is what we called him all these years.
There you go. All right. Well, let's just take a look around, Kit. We got petrified wood because we're getting close to the petrified forest. Route 66 backpacks and bags and stuff. That's pretty cool. Jackrabbit shirts, Route 66 shirts. A lot of petrified wood. Oh, which is still relatively cheap. Cactus candy. Made with delicious prickly pear cactus from the Cactus Candy Company. Just look at all of the things that you could get. Ah, state spoons. Collecting spoons used to be a really big deal. I think now more people are collecting shot glasses and things like that. Got the wood burning stove. Lots of t-shirts, plenty of hats. Here are the Minnetonka moccasins. The wall art. Baskets and boards. All right, guys, I'd say it's worth a stop, and you might be able to pick up your best Route 66 souvenir here. So I think you should come by and check it out, because here it is. All right, so, Tony, say that part for me again, because I want to make sure everybody on YouTube hears that.
What's that?
About spending money
I won't
with.
say that on YouTube, yeah.
We're going to spend money with the small businesses on YouTube.
On the mileage signs?
Okay.
You're explaining on the mileage signs.
So it's called X Marks the Spot Mileage Sign Treasure Hunt. And what we're asking people, travelers, to do is to find a mileage sign in 6 different businesses. You take a picture of the sign, take a picture of the business or with the business owner that sign is in, and show us that you bought something, a receipt or something that you bought from that business, whether you ate there, slept there, bought a souvenir. As long as you supported that business, you get to spin our wheel for a free prize
from you guys.
Us to you for supporting 6 other businesses. And
Awesome.
these are what the signs look like. We have some big ones in businesses and we have these mini ones in businesses.
So this is what you're on the lookout for, guys. in businesses along Route 66, and what area are you spanning?
We are all of 66.
All of
We don't
66.
have it in every business, but there are a lot.
But there are
We've
around-
lost
You have to look
count.
for 'em.
But you gotta
have
look
to
for these
it.
signs.
And you have to buy something from that
Yep,
business. And we
buy
have-
something, take a picture of the sign.
And take a picture of the business that it's in or with the business owner, and either take a picture of a receipt or the item that you bought so that we know that you actually supported that business.
And so this is the thing, guys, and this is true of all small businesses. Small businesses thrive on small purchases.
Right.
It doesn't have to be something huge.
Just
Just give them a little support.
Right.
And here's another incentive for you, because I just put my sticker up here on the door, and Tony was nice enough to clear a clean spot for me. So here it is, as they say at the Jackrabbit Trading Post. And you know the deal. You come take a picture of my sticker, send it to me, and I'll send you a sticker. How about that?
There you go.
And we're going to say thank you so much, guys, for your hospitality.
Have a great day.
You as well. We'll see you next time.
All right. You have a great one out there, okay?
That's always the plan, and so far it works out.
All right.
Lovely conversation with the gentleman. I think he might be the father of the owner, maybe, of the current owner. And he had a lot of questions about Henry, so we just had a nice long chat. And we're going to go back down this way to get back on the freeway. He said the road's pretty rough, but you know, whatever. Whatever. Because my goal here is to spend not a ton of time on the main roads. I want to do as much of the Route 66 alignment as I can. And back in the day, that would be how you got here. Would be down this piece of Route 66. Might turn out to be pretty noisy. I'm finding it really funny that it's taken me more than 2 weeks to cross Route 66 in Arizona. So it goes through 8 states. We're skipping California, and we're probably skipping Illinois. But that still means we've got 6 states, 5 more to go after we get out of Arizona. Probably tomorrow, I'm guessing. So our next destination is only about 12 minutes away. Let's just consider the juxtaposition of the heyday of Route 66 and current modern travel. You know, here we are on a divided highway, and over to the left we've got a Love's truck stop there that caters to both trucks and cars and RVs. It's convenient, it's familiar, it's repeated all across the country on interstates north and south and east and west. And that's not what Route 66 was. Route 66 was unique and quirky and all of the things. There's the Cholla power plant. Moccasins at the Geronimo Trading Post. Moccasins for the entire family. USA RV Park. I have stayed there before. Oh, it's in Gallup. Yes. I stayed there one night. Probably in 2018. Pottery and sand paintings at Geronimo. So these are the things that, you know, hark back to the olden days of Route 66. For sale. 103 miles to Gallup. I don't think we're going to get that far today. When we stop in Holbrook, I'm going to take a look and see if we're going to try and do the Petrified Forest or stay someplace in Holbrook or around Holbrook tonight and then start again tomorrow morning and get into Gallup tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. We're getting off here at exit 285, and we're gonna take a look and see what places to stay look like, because I don't want to have to do the entire Petrified Forest and Painted Desert today. I think that's too much. Entering Holbrook, elevation 5080, founded in 1882. There's the big old Route 66 sign, designed for people to be able to drive through. That would not be us, but let's just see how close we can get to it. I think that's about as close as we can get. I couldn't do it in Kingman because there were way too many people lining up to do it there. But hey, we can do it here in Holbrook. Here it comes. Can you see it? It's Wigwam Motel. I don't remember which one this is. Sleep in a wigwam. Not something I ever really wanted to do. We visited the one in San Bernardino, California a few years ago.
Turn right into the parking lot. Then your destination will be on the left.
There it is. Wigwam Motel. Have you slept in a wigwam
Your
lately?
destination is on the left.
You got the old cars out in front of them. That's very cool. But we're not going to be doing that. We're going to spot out
Turn right.
a couple of possibilities. Rorik 66 to the left.
At the light, turn right onto Navajo Boulevard.
Well, we got construction going on here. Oh, and a train. Okay, the train will be holding us up for a little bit. We got a bunch of dinos over here at the Rainbow Rock Shop. Train station over there on the left, depot. Looks like the train might still stop there. Ooh, cool old stuff there. I'm assuming we're coming back. Well, we may not be. If I get down to this spot and decide it's cool, we might just be staying there.
Your destination is on the right.
Alright, let's just take a look and see what we got here. Talk to the DOT guy. We're going to call this home for the evening. I checked with the guy who's doing the examinations and he said, yeah, it's fine. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, maybe I can get caught up on a few things, do a little planning, all that kind of stuff. And we'll get a reasonably early start in the morning.
Wake up with the sun and